Hello guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to another loot video slash guide at the same time, and it's a fairly big one today in terms of how long it has taken. This is going to be 200 superior Slayer monsters, which is not far from the total amount I've killed on the account. I'm also going to give a brief explanation of superior Slayer, the drop tables, how they work, and stuff like that. There's a variety of monsters that I've done in this video, and you'll find out how many of the uniques I got along the way. I did not keep all of the loot, but I tracked it with RuneLight's loot logger plugin for accuracy. Just to start, a little bit of general information. Superior Slayer monsters can be unlocked with the bigger and badder purchase from a Slayer Master. It costs 150 points, and it's a good thing to unlock as soon as you can. The monsters that you get from it are stronger versions of specific Slayer monsters only, and some of them have a few mechanics that you do have to watch out for, which I will be explaining for some of them. They have a 1 in 200 chance of spawning after every Slayer monster you kill on that task, but only one can be alive at the same time, so that does mean when you're doing things like burst tasks in the Catacombs, like Dust Devils and Necryls, you should always kill the superior as soon as it spawns rather than barraging it with the rest of the pack, as then you're going to have more chance of more of them spawning throughout the rest of the task. They do despawn 2 minutes afterwards if you do not attack them, and only you can attack your own superior, so you can't PJ anyone else's. And with their drop tables, you get 3 rolls on the regular table every single time. In the Catacombs, you're guaranteed a totem piece, and for certain ones that drop in sold heads, you're guaranteed one of those as well. They also drop clues at 10 times the normal rate. As for the uniques, they are a little confusing, so we'll try to explain that as best as possible. There's 2 separate unique drop tables, one that has the imbued heart, dust and mist battle staves, and the other one which just has the eternal gem. And if both of these are missed, then you'll receive your 3 items anyway from the monster's regular drop table. If you roll the first unique table successfully, there's a 1 in 8 chance to receive an imbued heart, and then it's 7 in 16 for each of the dust and mist battle staves. So yes, the heart's an extremely rare thing, and that's why it's got such a high value, almost 30 million GP. When you hit the second unique table, which is the same chance as hitting the first, there's a 1 in 8 chance of getting an eternal gem, and the rest of the slots have nothing drops. So the drop rate of the mist and dust battle staves are the same, and the drop rate of the heart and the gem are the same. Most importantly, the Slayer level required to kill the monster affects the unique drop table chance. This formula on screen can be used to work it out, and from that you can work out specific drop rates for superiors, and all of that information can be found very helpfully on the wiki, so you don't have to do any of that maths yourself. But yes, so the higher the Slayer level of the monster, the better chance you've got of getting yourself one of the uniques. Let's go through the different superiors then. Most of the lower level superiors are very easy to kill. They don't really have upgraded stats or mechanics, and they only require turning on a protection prayer, or sometimes not at all. They've got low HP and will die quickly usually. However, as you do level up Slayer, you will encounter some tougher monsters. Starting with the Marble Gargoyle, the superior of gargoyles. I'm sure you guessed that one. Attacks with ranged and melee, and also fires a stone ball that deals damage and freezes you in place and deals some damage there if you do not dodge it. So yeah, that can catch you off guard if you're not paying too much attention, but as with most superiors, you have to attack the superior first. It will not attack you, so you kind of, as soon as you attack the gargoyle, you should be focusing, but yeah, just watch out for that one sometimes. The Basilisk Sentinel is actually the same as a normal Basilisk Knight mechanically, but it's incredibly tanky and probably the dumbest superior in my opinion, and at least, well, it's only a level 60 superior, which is, yeah, well, Basilisk Knights themselves probably shouldn't be a level 60 Slayer monster, but yeah, it has over 500 HP, and it's horrible to deal with when you melee, so I'm glad that I'm ranging these most of the time now, and I mean with 500 HP it might as well be a boss. Next up is the Greater Abyssal Demon, 85 Slayer. Looks amazing in my opinion. It's very easy to kill, but just has higher defense and hit points than the regular demons, as well as a mechanic which can be negated by praying melee, which you have to do, otherwise you will meet a swift death. That has happened to me before. It does 4 quick teleport melee attacks, similar to ones that the regular ones do, which pretty much will all just hit 20s off prayer, and yeah, I learned that the hard way when I didn't know too much about superiors. The Necryarch can be the most awkward superior that you can kill, and yeah, most of you who've done this might know the struggle when doing those burst tasks. The Necryarch itself is pretty harmless. It just attacks with melee, but it does spawn 3 of those death spawns that you usually get from the regular ones, and 1 of each combat style, and they do hit quite hard and through prayer, so they can stack you out pretty quickly. However, you can actually avoid them by just heading out of the area and then coming back in sort of 10-20 seconds, although obviously not 2 minutes, as they will despawn. Or alternatively, if you barrage, and just make sure that the Necryarch never actually manages to make contact with you or melee you, and that way the spawns won't appear at all. There's not much to say about the general loot, as that's the same as you'll get from any normal monster. The only superior I'd say is probably for this is the Greater Abyssal Demon, as you will get 3 rolls at the whip instead of 1, and it's always nice in the Catacombs to kill superiors, as you always get a totem piece, and these stack up quite nicely, and often in those Dust Devils and Necryl tasks you can often get an entire totem in just a single task of like 200 kills or so. Here is the breakdown of all the superiors that are killed. So Greater Abyssal Demon, 63 and Marble Gargle, those are probably my 2 most common Slayer tasks, so no coincidence that they top the superiors. Just a 2 Night Beasts, Dark Beast tasks, not usually very big. 1 Monstrous Basilisk, that was just when I rage quit a Basilisk Knight task, and then got a superior Normal Basilisk, Choke Devils, King Kurasks and Necryarch as well in there. None of the Smoke Devils or Colossal Hydra, which also have a good chance to drop the Imbued Heart or the Gem, as I pretty much don't do those tasks. Well, I don't do Smoke Devil tasks anyway, and Hydra will do on the boss. So let's look at the unique drops that I got in those 200 superiors. I hit the first unique table a total of 6 times and received 3 Dust Battle Stars, 2 Mist Battle Stars and 1 Imbued Heart. However, I did not hit the second table and get the Eternal Gem, or I might have hit it and rolled a blank, but yeah, no orange text for that Eternal Gem at all. The Necryarch was the one who dropped the heart and the Mist Battle Stars for me, and the others were from Choke Devils and Greater Abyssal Demons in terms of the Dust Battle Star. My Slayer XP was about 27 mil when I got the heart, and I'd probably say that luck's decent actually, as superior uniques are incredibly rare, even off the high level ones, and looking at the balance of superiors that I killed, I was probably just about due either a heart or a gem, but yeah, very pleased with that. There's not much to say about the general loot, as that's the same that you get from any normal monster. There's only 1 superior probably good for that, which is the Greater Abyssal Demon, as you do get 3 rolls at the whip instead of 1, although I didn't hit that at all. It's pretty nice in the Catacombs to always get a totem piece, so these do stack up quite nicely, and with those burst and barrage tasks you can usually get probably an entire totem in 1 task if you get multiple superiors. So that's 200 superior Slayer creatures, and our total loot looks to be 31.4 mil, though 29 mil of that comes from the Imbued Heart, which was from that Necryarch. Obviously this was a main account, so it was a great boost to the bank, as it was for me the second Imbued Heart that I've got on the account. I've purchased one from the Grand Exchange before, but yeah, if I was an Iron, this is something I definitely want to get lucky on as early as possible. Still no Eternal Gem, and we will continue to hunt for that to finish that part of the log. That's going to be it for another loot/guide hybrid video. Hope you enjoyed this one. I will continue to do Superior Slayer, of course, and yeah, as I said, hope to bag that Eternal Gem or a dupe Imbued Heart. That wouldn't be too bad either. Any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.